If you've ever watched late-night TV, you've probably seen an infomercial. Household gadgets are a popular subject of infomercials. If you examine some of these gadgets, you will see that they are just often simple machines. For example, a knife or a spatula is a wedge attached to a handle. The focus question for this activity is, how do simple machines and common objects make work easier? In Activity 12, students review the 6 types of simple machines and how they make work easier. This activity will take 3 30 to 40-minute sessions. The vocabulary introduced in this activity is gadget and infomercial. The materials from the kit include masking tape, and we will need the student drawings of machines from Activity 2. The teacher-provided materials are audio-visual equipment for videotaping, marker, and a variety of common household objects that contain or are examples of simple machines. You will also need copies of Activity Sheet 12, Parts A and B. The first session of this lesson begins by reviewing the 6 types of simple machines: lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge, and screw. Point out that simple machines use human power but trade force for distance. Place a variety of common objects on students' desk. Each object is labeled with a piece of masking tape and a reference number. Give the student the worksheet for Activity 12 and refer to the table with gadgets. A gadget is defined as a small mechanical device that has a specific purpose. Students are divided into teams of 2. They fill in the table with the names of the gadgets and record the features that make each a simple machine. As a class discussion, students review the chart. Student pairs are encouraged to select one gadget that they will be using in the next session to convince other teams of its usefulness. This ends Session 1. In the second session of this activity, students review Activity Sheet 12, Part A, and receive Part B. Students are reorganized into teams of 4. Introduce the term infomercial. Students may have a concept of seeing them on TV. Point out that an infomercial is a long commercial or advertisement. The longer the format, the more information that can be given. They are often hosted by celebrities. Some have a panel of guests that discuss the topic in a talk show format. Students are referred to Part B, on which they will write the virtues of the gadget and how it reduces work. Allow time for them to prepare a script containing 3 to 5 minutes of information to explain how the gadget works. Students should be prepared to sell the concept of the gadget by how it makes work easier. Students are encouraged to be creative and dramatic, but base the claims on science. This ends Session 2. In Session 3, after students have had time to develop their scripts and practice, they will perform their infomercials before the class. Videotaping the infomercials is a great way for students to share what they have learned as a culminating activity and as a future model for students and classes to watch. For cleanup, collect all of the gadgets at the end of Activity 12, and students will be ready for the assessment activity sheets and the unit test.